Helen and Jules. Mama Helen and Jules. Mama Helen and Jules. Mama Helen and Jules.
You will wonder, how did this woman, like Mama has told us, in this period of recession, I've been able to open 8 clinics around the states. No clinic costs less than 10 million by reason of the equipment you buy. You see, when you are in need of something, you bring down yourself. When I went to Agbo, the first clinic we opened was in Agbo. I went to every political office holder. I keep telling them, you must write your name on gold. You have not come here to build houses. You have come here to affect humanity. Give me money. Yes, raw. Give me money. So, I collect any community I get to. I reach out to people around there. These 5 fingers are not the same. There are people who can do things depending on your manner of approach. So, if we are interested in this place, I will begin with Mama. Yes, all I need do is an open door policy. I will tell you the equipment we need, what it will cost. You give me a space that you feel that will be useful. Then we begin. I'll be very glad if you want us to come here.
Now welcome back. It is still Mama Helen and you, all the way from Warri, Nigeria today. All right, do we have other people with questions?
My name is Mrs. Hasba Imami. I would like to contribute to this special topic.
Okay.
And thank you, Mama, for this platform that you're giving to us.
Okay.
Talking about sickle cell is something that is really, really important for us to know what it's all about.
Okay.
I want to add to what they just discussed here.
Okay.
If they can go and reach the youth, like if they can reach the youth, go to schools, go to places that you see more of youth, because it's very important for the youth to know what sickle cell is all about. Because while I was still in secondary school, I saw a movie way back, but it's always in my memory. Like I think it's called Multi-Inheritance or something.
Okay.
It has to do with the sickle cell. Thing. I don't know. I went to the lab myself.
Okay.
And I did a test. Okay. And I was AA, so I was like, oh, I'm free. Okay. Because what I saw that it was really terrible.
Oh.
The crisis is really, really terrible. So I would like to contribute, and I would like to plead with our excellency to reach the youth. It's better for them to know what sickle cell is all about, to create more awareness. So while we are growing up, we already know, okay, I'm AA, I'm AS, this is what I should do, this is what I should not do. That is what I think. Thank you very much.
Oh, awesome, Asba. Awesome.
It's been our focus.
Okay.
Secondary schools.
Okay.
Because
right, you haven't visited ours, so maybe one of these days we will host you.
All right.
But on a general note, it's quite a noble thing to do, to letting our young ones know that this thing is there and the need to be very aware on how to solve it or manage it as well. Because it is the aspect of being able to manage as well that seems to put a lot of people in jeopardy. All right, parents who are not well informed and all that, they will think that maybe what they need to do is to drug the children, so to say.
Some don't even drug, they abandon.
They abandon. Okay. So, I mean, then it becomes a big challenge. Sitting here and listening to our dame here and then telling us, that she has a daughter who is now an engineer, I think would encourage a mother out there that is battling with one to telling you that God can do it. Yes. And if you can manage the situation properly, who knows?
We even have a 7 judge in Delta State. She's over 50. That is sickle cell. In Delta State, a 7 judge.
That's a good thing, because lack of information, which Bible calls knowledge, could be a contributing factor to neglection and then the inability to manage this course.
Yeah, my name's Pastor Festus Ire. My question goes to Mrs. Umukoro. As I listen carefully, the things you went through and your dreams, you consistently goes to the excellency for one help or the other. I want to know how you kept yourself floating. You had this dream while you were in the nursing school, and you had some discouragement along the line. What kept you going? What was the driving force?
Can I answer for her?
Yes.
Determination.
Determination.
You can have passion and not be determined.
So true.
You might have a passion for something, but any little discouragement, you fall out. But when you are determined, you get a push.
I think what Dame Edith is saying is that if you have a likeness for something, that does not mean that you would have, you know, the zeal to realizing it, you know, because ultimately your passion should be able to drive you to realizing that thing. And that is where your, you know, your encouragement sets in. Every other thing, you know, tends to push you forward because you are very passionate. It's not easy to kill someone. Look at you seated here today. It is your passion that has brought you here. And it is that same passion that has touched her, and including me. By the way, the question was actually to the nurse in our midst, and she also has something to say as well.
You know,
what kept you going?
In fact, you know, when you are married and you have a friend as a husband, and you know, a friend, not just a husband, a friend, a brother, and everything you have. My guy has been keeping me.
I'm sure you have just, you know what she has just done here today? She's challenged all the male folks. I mean, to tell you, if you have not been, to be honest with you, I mean, I think that is, besides God, that's the ultimate. Besides God, that's the ultimate. Because when you're married to a man who tells you constantly, sweetheart, you can do it. Exactly. You can make it happen. Go ahead, baby. I think that constant reminder would, of course, get you focused. Yes. That's good.
He has been the one. Very supportive.
Very supportive.
I use his cars the way I want. I will even give me money, buy fuel in the car. I don't ask for anything, but just this you and this your sickle cell. Anything outside sickle cell, you are not listening. Just go ahead. God has provided for you to enable me to do this one. Grace has given.
All right, well, we want to say kudos to him.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, we want to say kudos to him as well. And talking about being supportive, wouldn't you also say that the governor must have been very supportive? Because it shouldn't take you much to see a very reserved woman, right? Exactly. Very, very reserved woman, you know. I mean, but when you have a man who tells you, sweetheart, you can do it, you know, it's an engine right there that keeps you going. And I also have one too. Since we're talking about men that are very supportive, I do not know if there's any man who can be that supportive than my husband, Papa. That's what we call him, the Lion of Africa. Because of his drive, his passion. He loves people. He's never intimidated by other people's success and all that. And, you know, and talking about, you know, a while ago we're talking about women in politics. And truly, one of the ways by which we can also keep women focused in that realm is to have a partner who is an encourager, who keeps telling you, sweetheart, you can do it. Yes. You can make a difference. It's not about what. It's just about the fact that you have a goal that needs to impact other people. Wow. It has been an awesome show today. The last person.
My name is Louis Afolabi. My question goes to the First Lady. I observed that some of the, or most of the pet projects of the wives of the president and governors do not succeed after they leave. We hardly hear about them. Here you are having lofty dreams. And my question is, how do you intend to sustain them after leaving office? Because people around now are supporting you, probably because of your office of your husband. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Yes, what you've just said is true. Most times, first ladies, they float a pet project, and as they go, that is it. But you see, if you notice, it is not about Edith. It is about God. That is why there is no sickle cell clinic I'm citing anywhere outside the central hospital. As it is equipped, maybe some constructed, equipped, and hand it over to the pediatrician. The pediatrician takes over from that. It is only when they are having issues that they could call me. Even the referral hospital that is by the grace of God. I think, Mama, you will be there the day it's going to be commissioned. Okay. The whole of Nigeria will have only 2 for now. Wow. One in Idiaraba and one in UBTH. God is going to give us one in Delta. It's already cited in the Central Hospital in Asaba. Everything will be Central Hospital, not named after Mrs. Edith Okowa. So that when I am long left this office, it's continued. Even the orphanages we are renovating, we get to an orphanage home. The environment is not good enough. We look for a place, build it, and hand the keys over to the woman, the caregiver. It's not about me. It's your home. It's for God. When we get to prisons and there is no water, I sink a borehole and link the whole borehole, the water to the cells. I hand over the keys to the prison controller. It's not me. I am only here on an assignment.
Marvelously answered. I think we will all continue to pray. We will continue to be supportive.
Yes.
We will do our very best to encourage the government of the day. You're a teacher.
Yes.
You're a mother. You're married to the governor of the other states. How do you juggle? Do you still teach? Do you still teach?
No.
Okay.
I stopped teaching. I stopped going to work on the 29th of May 2015. As a teacher, I went to work. I never missed my going to work.
Should I then say you're on sabbatical?
Yes.
Also.
Leave of absence.
Leave of absence.
Yes.
That's good. All right. Fine. You were once a teacher anyway, and now mother, and now this. You are here now,
and a grandmother.
And a grandmother. Awesome. Congratulations. So how do you juggle? How do you manage this?
You know, I told us the other time, you must know your threshold of stress. One thing I would not allow is to be stressed out. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. The one I can now, I do. The one I can't, tomorrow I will continue. I can't stress myself. I do it what I can. And you know, like you've seen these women, you can't do it all. Allow people to, yes. If you're able to distribute duties, do this. I sit down in my office and I am called, Warri Clinic is ready. And I go there and I commissioned.
Because they've already been there.
Yes. That is when you're in position of authority, don't do it all. Bring people around you. Distribution of duty. This will do this, this will do that, and everything will work right. If you do it all, it will collapse before your time. And life will go on.
You have to, and then of course that's where you need the right manpower,
Yes.
you know, as it were. You know, I was going to ask you this question. Maybe I should just go ahead and ask you. What is Delta State doing right now, moving from dependence on oil to agriculture?
If you've been hearing about this Yege,
Because people need to know.
yes,
They can
one of the 5-point agenda, the SMART agenda, is empowering the youth. So what they do is go to, usually, initially they started with using the traditional rulers, but I think now they have started going to them, get youth that are not employed. Whatever they can do, they register for it and they are trained. Some fishery, snairy, even any type of work, tiling and whatever. Self-employment, that is what we are going through. People should be entrepreneurs. Let us not depend on the white collar job. Even as a teacher, we did not depend just on salaries. We are making some little farms behind our homes. So these ones are trained in Songhai.
Okay.
After the training, they are attached to like existing farms, existing tailors and all. When they are through with the training, they give their starter packs.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I think maybe Deltas need to know more about things like this, so they know that.
In case you're here and you've not heard about the Yege and STEP, please ask political office holders around you. There is a job creation office so that you can take your younger ones who do not have job. They don't need to be dependent on you. They can do things with their fingers. Some even learn how to braid, how to sew, carpentry, leather works, all manner of works they are doing. And most of them are now, even some of them are now employers of labor.
Awesome. Awesome. That's good. That's good. I believe in teaching people how to fish.
Yes.
Not necessarily giving them fish, because when you give and give and give, they eat it up and the problem is never solved. Now, rounding off this segment today, it has been awesome having you. I want to start with the doctor. In 1 minute, what would you want to say to our viewers out there? She's a mother and has this situation on her hands. What must she do now?
Yes, I would advise the mother to register the child in the nearest sickle cell clinic in Delta State.
Okay.
Nearest to her, yes.
Register the child.
Yes.
Okay. The next step?
The next thing she should do is to liaise with the nurses in the sickle cell clinic.
And what can she do on her own?
On her own, she should be well informed about sickle cell.
Okay.
And its management
Get
at
the
home
child
and hospital.
hydrated.
Get the child hydrated. Thus, remove all forms of strenuous activity from the child, and then treat all forms of infections that affect the child on time. And then ensure that the child sleeps under mosquito-treated nets.
And avoid
so avoid strenuous activity. Avoid extreme heat. Avoid extreme cold. These are things that actually stimulate.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much indeed. Would you please applaud her? And then, of course, to Mrs. Umukoro.
Yes, ma'am.
What would you say to that person who has passion but doesn't have the means?
Just take it from me. I have the passion, but I was not having the means. But God brought a helper, and that is my helper and my husband. So what I will just tell you, keep moving. Don't be distracted. Be committed. This is your state. You have no other one. These are our children, our future leaders. We must get them right on the right path of life. Thank you so much.
Don't give up. That's what she said. Keeping on. You will definitely get there. And in any case, somebody can, if you're not doing anything at all, how can somebody buy into your vision? If you don't believe in your vision, how can other people be bought over? You know, the reason why she has been able to partner with, Dame Edith, is because she must have seen in her a woman who is going towards her vision. Awesome. So, what would you say? Evangelist, organic, something. So, thank you very much for your understanding. Somebody's watching there, and then the person is saying, I'm a woman. I need to make myself known to the world based on what I can do, providing change to my environment. What must I do?
We all have a sphere of influence. So identify your sphere of influence. Identify how you can make a change from that sphere of influence. And people will begin to recognize what you can do.
Identify. And I love that, as you said, identify your everything, but you cannot unless you believe in yourself, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, once you identify your sphere of influence, believe in yourself so that others can believe in you. Awesome. Awesome. And of course, to our key guests here today, 2 questions in one. You're a mother to one, and then you're married to one. How would you advise in relating to a sickler or sickle cell anemia, and then of course being a wife to a governor, and with the mindset of driving our women to the realization of emancipation? How do we do that? Emancipation regarding politics.
Yes, in advising children that are living with sickle cell anemia, first is to encourage them, to let them know that they don't have any reason to despair. They're not the cause of whatever they're going through. Again, to let them know that it is not the end of the world. They can make it. Give them examples of people who have lived. I have a professor in University of Lagos. He's a sickle cell carrier. We have, like I told you, we have a 7 judge in this Delta state. I give them all these examples. They are some married with children. They're not just there working. Encourage them and make sure you give them the necessary assistance. Who will even know? Do you know the child that is going to be of use to you? We say this is AA, this is AS. You might not know, you don't know. So give every child the equal opportunity to be what God has created them to be. And concerning emancipation, I say that word with caution, so that I don't go about telling people, women, you see, when you put the yam, the husband should pound. There is a place for every person.
Yes.
Yes. When we are talking about emancipation, we must be very careful. No matter how big you are, somebody is your head.
Yes.
And that is your husband.
I love that.
So I would say, women, let us stand up with integrity. Do what we should do. Don't mess yourself around. Tell them that you're a woman of dignity, not a woman that can be trampled upon. Believe in yourself. And be consistent. It's not you move here. You see, the Bible says in James, he that is not consistent is like a wave of the sea and will not get anything. Be consistent. If you believe in this, follow what you believe. And to crown it all, I want to say that it is not only in sickle cell anemia, in politics, that you can make your mark in humanity. So many places you can make your mark in the little place you find yourself.
So true.
Giving you an example, on Sunday I was in a church, in a Redeemed church. I went for an outing service. And as we stepped out of the service, I saw a woman. She was crippled from the leg. She sat down there. And she crawled to me with her buttocks. I walked into the car. As I was going into the car, what I heard was the man by the beautiful gate. And I said to myself, God, my the blessings I got from this place cannot be taken away from me. I took money from my purse and I returned. Before I even returned back to her, she had crawled to me again. I told her, stay where you are, let me come to you. So I got there. I stretched my hand to give her the money. She said, no, it is not the money I want. I want a wheelchair. You see, I would have entered my car and just driven away. And the siren will blow and say you have made mark. But on that day, God is going to, when books shall be opened, the woman will be shown. What did you do for her? And I told her, thank you so much. Just your wheelchair? She said yes. I asked her, were you born this way? She said no, that it was an accident. So I told her, I will get you a wheelchair. I took her number. By the grace of God, as we were coming down here, somebody went down to give her the wheelchair. It didn't cost too much. How much was the wheelchair? I even found out that it was only 43,000. I didn't even know until I got this woman's own. So my sisters and my brothers here, you can change somebody else's life where you are. You don't need $1 million to do that. No. You don't need 1,000. Just look for that person that has a need and make a mark. God bless you.
Awesome. We can go on with this program because it has been very, very impactful. I want to start by appreciating the presence of wife of the governor of Delta State for being here today. Thank you very much indeed. I've never listened to you until now, and I can see you're a woman of reasonable knowledge. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Such a pleasure having you. And then for all our the able women, that is, thank you for being here as well. God bless you. All the women in our entourage, we do appreciate you immensely. And to all our audience out there, remember, without God, you are nothing. And the God in you would inform you to rise up and be content, whether you're a woman or a man. The most important thing is to make yourself available for mankind, through which the meaningful change that we all believe in God for can come to fruition. Not only in Delta State, but around the world. And if you are there, you're a mother to a sickler. It is not the end of the world. We've been told here that those of them who are now probably a judge or even a graduate, what of you? It's not too late. You can get it right. The little things you can do, such as for you to make sure that that child is well hydrated, make sure there is blood circulation by sometimes rubbing or applying hot water bottle whenever it is necessary. Please do so. And then of course, joining the First Lady to also do the needful. If you're out there, you want to participate in what she is doing, you want to partner with it, don't hesitate to do so. You can just get our information that will make sure she gets the information. Be another person's life giver. That is what this is all about. And together we would all make it good to the glory of our God. But please never lose sight of God, because He is the ultimate. Even I've seen children who have been healed of this same disorder. I mean, many. So if the ones that medicine cannot fix, God can do it. And even with medicine and having God on top, it is sure thing. It's a sure thing that it will be done by the special grace of God. Thank you for being with us. It has been Mama Helen you all the way from Nigeria, and we thank you for watching today. Thank you for being here. Mama Helen and you.